Never pay a collection until you watch this full video because the United States passed a federal act that nobody is talking about that will allow you to remove a collection legally from your credit report without waiting 7 long years. And I'm going to explain how. Now, before we get into it, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Dave Cousins. I'm a United States Navy veteran who leveraged these principles to fix my credit. And I also help other sailors and other people do the same exact thing. And I want to break down how. So the reason why you can do this is because of, if you look up this one specific law, hold on, let me show you. If you look up this law, right, Google this law, 15 USC 1681 EB, right? This specific law right here, what this basically breaks down is, I'm going to summarize it. This law basically says Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and anybody else who's report information about you on your credit report has to assure maximum possible accuracy. Now, you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Let me show you. So if you look at your report, right, I'm going to show you how to get access to a report that looks like this, but let me just break this down really quick. So once you look at your report, Experian, right, TransUnion and Equifax has to assure maximum possible accuracy. So as you can see right here, Equifax or TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax is not assuring maximum possible accuracy if you look at the details that's within the specific account. So what I mean by that is, look, the high balance. TransUnion shows this amount, Experian shows this amount, Equifax actually shows this amount, right? Look at this, last verified. TransUnion shows this specific date, Experian and Equifax don't have a specific date. Date of last activity. TransUnion has this specific date, Experian has this specific date, and Equifax has a totally different date. All three of them have different dates. And what we just read, right, in the law, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681 EB, right, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax has to assure maximum possible accuracy. So let's break down some more. Now look at this. Date open. The date open has a different date, right? TransUnion have this date, Experian has this date, Equifax has this date. Even the close date, TransUnion has this date, Experian and Equifax is not reporting the specific date, and they're supposed to be reporting a specific date, okay? Now, let's look at this. If you go down even further, and you can continue going down line item by line item by line item and by line item, you're going to see the inconsistent information, and by it being reported inconsistently gives you the right to remove this account from your report, even if you owe the collection, because that's not what that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how it's being reported. Now look at this. If you look at the payment history of this account, TransUnion is not reported nothing, which you're supposed to be. And then Experian and Equifax is reporting different information. So all this gives you the grounds, well, the opportunity to get this account removed from your report. Now, here's how you're going to get access to this report. You're going to go to this specific site, hiddencreditreport.com. Now, once you create an account, what you're going to do is log in, and either at the top or on the side, depending on if you're using a laptop or a phone or desktop, right? At the top is going to say 3B reports or scores, right? You're going to click on 3B reports. And then once you see that, you're going to click on switch to classic view. That's the reason why it's hidden. Now, once you click on switch to classic view, you're going to see an overview of every single account on your report. And you're going to see the inconsistent information that I was just talking about that will give you the opportunity to help increase your chances of removing that collection off your credit report.